And you think this is okay? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a everyday makeup routine. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I post a ton of videos of me doing my makeup in fast paced motion or regular motion, but I never show the products and I get so many questions about them. So I already prepped my skin. I use the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration. I do not use a primer. I want to try the Jelly Pop primer by e.l.f. and the Milk Hydro Grip primer. If you guys have tried those, let me know down below because I really do want to try them. I just haven't gotten the chance to like go to the store and like look for them. I'm gonna start off with the It Cosmetics CC cream. This is my favorite CC cream in the whole world, like over foundation. Like I personally don't like too much of a makeup look, but I think this does it. It covers everything that I need it to do. It has SPF, and it's like your skin but better. And I use the shade Light. So I'm just gonna put a pump of this on my hand, just like that much. And we're going to use this Morphe brush. I bought this in a collection called the Sweep Life Brush Collection, and it comes with 4 brushes in a bag. So this one is called the Complexion Brush. Anyway, so we're going to be applying this onto the skin, covering all them pimples. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. We're gonna go over that fat pimple with some concealer after. I don't like to put too much makeup. I don't like to put too much makeup on my nose or on my... I think I'm just gonna go over this side of my face with a little bit of concealer just because like these little dark spots are like shining through a little bit extra today. The Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I wear the shade 135 Medium Beige. So I really like this concealer because it's very like good coverage and it's like very inexpensive because it's drugstore. So if you're looking for like an inexpensive and like high quality concealer, then I definitely recommend trying Milani. Next, we're going to be using the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick in the shade Soft Coral. This is like an amazing product. Like I know it's like a little bit high end, but I promise you it will change your life. Like I used to just strictly apply powdered blush and then I started doing liquid and then powder on top of it, and it like changed the game. So I really recommend trying out this product. It comes with a brush on the other side too, so you're definitely getting your money's worth. But it's just such an incredible consistency, and like you can really build up the product if you wanted to, and it's just like overall amazing. So highly recommend the Makeup by Mario blush stick. Blending it into the skin. Look at that blush. Next, we're going to be actually using the concealer for my under eyes, just like a very little bit here, just because I like for it to help kind of balance out the blush, but then to also cover any like dark circles. So we're just gonna use my Real Techniques beauty sponge, and we're gonna blend. I like to drag it a little bit on the sides of my nose, a little bit over my nose, and on top of my lip because I do have a little bit of acne there. And then we're gonna add a little bit extra just because I have this pimple under here and we want to make sure that it's like completely hidden. So good. Do you guys like tea? I don't drink coffee. I only drink tea. Usually before my liquid blush, I like to use the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Amber. Honestly, I would get a darker shade, but it's okay. And it looks like this, and I usually just kind of put a little bit on the sides of my face, a little bit on my forehead, on my nose, over here, and then on my jawline. So I use the Morphe E63 brush. I just kind of like to blend this upwards, but I would typically do this before my blush. I just kind of forgot. I really like to blend this into the forehead just so that way it like really melts into it. Just like a very subtle thing. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush just because I like for it to really pop through. So now that all of this like liquid base is down on my face, we're gonna do a lot of the setting. So this is like the part that kind of like brings it all together, and like I think that helps the makeup really last is because we're adding a liquid base and then we're going on top with like a powdery base. So I'm going to be using my Jouer, is that how you pronounce it? Jouer medium to deep bronzer duo in this 2 shades, Sunkissed and Sunset. This is a really amazing product. Honestly, Monet, you can see my phone. Monet put me on. I've been looking for like a really good like bronzer. A lot of the ones that I've tried were like super orange and I wasn't into that look, so I was like, I want something that'll like look really nice, and I think this honestly gives like such a good bronze look to your face. So if you're looking to try something new, I definitely recommend getting the Jouer bronzer duo. So we're gonna take this Real Techniques brush. This is really old. It's a buffing brush, and we're going to dip it honestly into like both shades a little bit, and we're just going to kind of like buff this into our face, give us a little bit of color. The other side. And then just like pinch the brush a little bit to kind of like add some color to my nose, but we're gonna go back into that a little bit later. Just gonna give that a little bronzy look, so to have some more color to our face. Next, we're going to be using a Physicians Formula blush. This is the Blushing Rose shade in the Powder Palette Multicolored Blush. I've had this blush for a really long time, and honestly, like, it's never failed me. I haven't gone out to try to look for a new one, so if you guys have like some holy grail like powder blushes, then definitely comment them down below because I want to try something new. But yeah, I just take this like Real Techniques 400 blush brush, and I just kind of like move it around in the product, and I like to set my my Mario liquid blush with this. And I like to have a lot of blush. Like, I personally like a very pinky look, so I like to bring it up towards like the tail of my eyebrow and do a little bit on my nose as well. Next, we're going to be using the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent, and I'm just going to kind of pour a little bit into the cap here, and I'm going to be using this like makeup sponge that I got from like Walgreens, and we're going to be setting our under eyes. I don't like to use too much powder just because, like I said, I have kind of dry skin and I don't want it to look very like flaky or like gross under there, so I just kind of use that little bit of product and like let it take me all around my face. If I have to use a little bit more, I'll try to focus it under my blush and my bronzer so I can kind of really get that like sharp look that I like. And that's why I really like the sponge, because it's like so like pointy. It can really help me kind of get where I need to be with my makeup. When you're trying to sculpt them cheekbones, get that like look. So put a little bit on the chin, my T-zone, on some pimples that I know are gonna budge, and then a little bit on my forehead, not too much. And now we're going to be taking the Morphe 2 brush from that same collection, the Sweep Life brush collection. This is a rounded blush brush, but I think it's way too small for blush for me personally, so I like to use it to kind of like buff in any powder on my face because it's like small enough to get into like the small areas. So now you can see we kind of have a more like matte look, and like I think everything has really like blended really nicely together, and it like looks really good. We're going to take this Ultimate Packing Brush, which came in that same Morphe pack, and I'm gonna kind of like use this to help bring some definition to my nose. Don't mind my makeup routine, but I like to go in with lips next just because I can't stand like seeing my lips look like this, so we're gonna do something about that. So my favorite lip products are NYX. I love the NYX Lip Liner Pencils. This is in the shade Nude Truffle. As you can tell, I really love this brush because it's so small and I've used it a ton, but we're gonna kind of line our lips, and I'm gonna show you guys like where I go. So I like to overline very little. I like to give my lips that kind of like almost like rounded effect, but like with a little cupid's bow in the middle. On top of the lip liner, I like to use a variety of 3 different products. It kind of depends. So mainly I'll use lip glosses. So I'll either go back and forth between my NYX Butter Gloss Sugar High, or I'll use the Fenty Beauty gloss bomb in the shade Fussy, but if I'm like going outside and I'm gonna be wearing a mask, then I will usually use the Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Candy K. But I think for today we're gonna go with the Fenty Beauty lip gloss because I don't want anything too dark. So even though the lip liner is already dark enough. Yeah, because just to mention, like, this one has a little bit of shade to it, so when I want like a more darker look, like, I'll use this one. But I think today I'm feeling something a little bit lighter. Now before I move on with my makeup, I'm going to be taking this Milk Hydro Set, Grip Set, and Refresh Spray. This is incredible, like incredible. That's why I really want to try the primer, but I'm just going to take this and spray it on my face a little bit to kind of let all that stuff settle in a little bit, and I'm just going to like air it out with my hands or a makeup palette. So as that's kind of like still setting into my skin, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. So the only eyebrow products that I ever use is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Brow Wiz in the shade medium brown. Honestly, I've gone so back and forth with Anastasia. When I was in middle school, I used to use the dip brow pomade and, like, you know, that super dark like eyebrow look. Like, I did that. We've gone a very long way in the eyebrow world. We've plucked them too much. We have let them grow out. It's been a journey, but I think that we've achieved like the normal brow now. So we're just gonna take this and I'm gonna first kind of brush my eyebrows up, kind of see if there's any like powder, like product in them. I want to kind of like brush that away. And we're gonna just like add little strokes. I have very thick eyebrows already, I think, so I'm just gonna like add some strokes, perfect some lines. So now that the brows are done, we're just gonna be taking the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This is like my like 5th bottle. Like, the thing is already coming off. Like, I use this thing so much, like obsessed with this product. But we're gonna use it to just kind of like hold our eyebrows in place. And I just kind of like to brush it upwards a little bit, give it that feathery look, and then I'll like usually like kind of tame it on top like that. But nothing too crazy. I just want to give it that like feathery look with this. I've tried the Anastasia Brow Freeze before. I just think that it made my eyebrows a little bit too gray, and it was hard to like, you had to really pack it on to make it stay. And that's if you like a very like stuck to your face kind of eyebrow look. But still, like, you have to be like considerate of like the amount of product that you use with that, because I felt that, like I said, it turned your eyebrows like a little bit gray almost. So now I am going to be doing my mascara. So mascara routine. Eyelash curler is a must. This is an eyelash curler from Shiseido, and then my favorite mascara of all time is the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara in the waterproof shade, because personally my eyelashes do not hold if I do not use waterproof. And the hack to taking it off is honestly baby oil. If you guys have not tried baby oil to remove your eye makeup, I recommend it because it works really, really well and it's very inexpensive. My second favorite mascara would be the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. That one is also very good, but this one is just my favorite. I have two just because, like, I'll keep the old one. So for example, if I have like a new mascara, like, it's more wet and like dark, and then the old one is kind of like a little drier, and I like to kind of mix both consistencies to give myself like the perfect mascara. So I don't know, that's just kind of how I do my mascara, in case you guys are wondering. I do get some questions on that sometimes. Before I go into curling my eyelashes, I like to use a spoolie. I can't find my small spoolie right now, so I'm just gonna use my like eyebrow pencil, and I just like to brush off like any powder off my eyelashes, because I find that that kind of interferes with the mascara application process. Okay, so as you can tell, I curl my eyelashes. It makes like a huge difference, and I don't like to curl both of them. I like to take it while it's like freshly curled and put on the wet mascara. So the technique is to go very lightly and like kind of nudge it in your eyelashes to kind of like get them, but you want to hit all of the lashes. And to be honest, I'm convinced that it's impossible to get the perfect mascara look without getting makeup on your eyelid. So I just either use like this like flat concealer brush to kind of brush it off, or my finger, or I'll use a cotton swab. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other eyelash, and then we'll do our bottom lashes together. So now that the top lashes are done, we're going to be taking the mascara, the really wet one, and we're going to put it on our bottom lashes. Alright guys, so this is the final makeup look. Honestly, I don't put on makeup every single day, but when I do, I really like to take my time to do it, because like it just makes me feel good, and it's like so therapeutic to like apply makeup and to like really like put in that work to like make it stand out and look really, really nice. If you guys really enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and comment down below what your favorite makeup product is, and let me know what video suggestions you guys have for me in the comments as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the 324 subscribers I have last time I checked. I really do want to produce like some more content for you guys more often, and I will be posting every single week, so please subscribe and stay a while. But like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.